Good morning, boys and girls. My name's Corey, and I have the privilege of working at Four Guys Autobarn and driving these fantastic motor vehicles. Today we are in a 2020 F150 Shelby Super Snake, which is, ready for this, 770 horsepower. Four-wheel drive, and it's actually the first time I've actually driven a single cab, which is basically what they call a regular cab. So it's a normal XLT F150, and then it's sent to Shelby, America, to get its all stuff done to it, all the good stuff, all your suspension, all your 22-inch rims, your bonnet, your grille, not to mention the Whipple supercharger, which pumps out a good 770 horsepower, which, let's find out, eh? Oh, that's very smooth, very nice. And see how it holds you in that gear until the very last minute, and then it changes. Pity it hasn't got pedals, you know, I'm used to that with other trucks. Don't know why they didn't put it in these ones, but do you need it? Put your foot down and just, I suppose you're a bit good to control it, I suppose, with the pedals. Yeah, I like it. I'd probably prefer it actually than the high-rise ones. High-rise ones, you're sort of a little bit all over the road, but these ones here, quite tight, easier to handle, being a regular cab and not as big as the high-rise. But oh, the sound is orgasmic. Who doesn't like a f***ing supercharger, right? Am I right? High-rise are basically sitting up way more, there's different suspension in it, and they basically pump them up. I think it's Fox shocks I've got on them, but they sit them right up. In a low-rise you're sitting more or less like these, but you can get these in a double cab as well. So with the F150 Super Snake, you basically, as far as your bells and whistles inside the cab, it's very basic. Yeah, you've got Apple CarPlay, you've got Android Play, you've got Bluetooth audio, you've got your air conditioning functions. Very straightforward, nothing new about that, mate. It's straightforward. You've got a digital speedo. It's probably about the digitalest thing in the vehicle, but everything else is very basic and very easy to use. I mean, what else do you need to use in a f***ing ute? Nothing. Keep it basic, keep it sweet, easy to work with, easy to drive. And of course, all numbered as well. All numbered. So as soon as I go to Shelby in America, they're all given as a personalised number that they're all given, and that's your number for your vehicle. Very cool. More of a looking cosmetic thing outside for the Shelbys. I mean, apart from the stitching, the Super Snake brought it on the seats, but really, I mean, it's just a basic ute, to be fair. I think it's all done in the internals of it, the horsepower of it, and the cosmetic stuff looking at it from the outside, which looks f***ing great. And I can see why it is quite rigid to drive, because you've got all that f***ing horsepower, so you kind of need it to be firm and rigid to hold you on the road, because mate, you would so easily lose your shit. I mean, let's not f***ing forget it's 770 horsepower. Some cars don't even do that. What's a Hellcat, for f***'s sake? 707? This is a ute, a 4x4 ute. Nah, I would say out of the utes I've driven, it's got to be one of the better ones. Love to drive and do a thing on the old TRX, but to compare, I've driven the high-rise F150 double cabs, I've driven the low-rise F150 double cabs, both Shelbys. Out of all of them, I would say this sits on the road better. It's easier to maneuver. You feel more confident because it's not as big. Because I mean, let's face it, anything US kind of make our sort of utes look a little bit average. You kind of get that feeling that you're kind of on top of the world, you know, you're living life. But nah, like it. Corey's out of 10, I'd go 8.5. Yeah, I'll go 8.5. If they had paddles, maybe 9. Maybe. You like that, buddy? A little quirky little thing there.